Okay, today we're going to go over working drawings and what they entail, and it's a lot of definitions, and it's a bit dry. I'll do the best to make it entertaining that I can, but at the end of the day, you have to know these definitions and what they mean so that when you're told to do it, you know what it is that we're talking about. So the title of this is Working Drawings. All right. The point of working drawings is to show two things. One, to sell your product, and the other, to help people figure out how to manufacture or prototype it if you're not there to explain things to them. These drawings, when they're put together, are called working drawings. This is critical for communication and the best way to sell your ideas. Okay, a complete set of working drawings contains drawings of all of the parts that are put together, assembly drawings showing how everything is put together. Usually on the assembly drawings you have a parts list. It'll also contain specifications or instructions involved with assembly. Alright, phone rang and I paused the movie, so I believe I was telling you that all features of the part need to be dimensioned. So part drawings is where your dimensioning occurs. This should look familiar. It'll have a title block. You guys will always be using the Intro to Engineering Design title block. You have your isometric view, and you have your top, front, right. Notice the L shape. Notice how these things line up. Notice how these are dimensioned and how you have your center lines and your hidden lines on here. Notice how the isometric view is shaded and it doesn't have all the different lines on it. This is the example of a good part drawing. Title blocks are mandatory, and from here on out, if they're not filled in correctly, you will lose points. Title blocks should be done in all caps, and it should have all the information filled in. When you open up an IDW, it always opens up a little box where you fill in this information. You do not handwrite it or enter it in later. So title blocks must be filled in correctly. Scale is important. We will be usually doing 1-to-1 scale, but when you look at your paper, and if your paper looks too empty or too full, you'll need to adjust the scale of the drawings on it. Okay, the title is the title of the project. The part drawing would be the title of the part. Size of paper, we'll be using A or C for the most part. A is your regular letter paper. C is the 22 by 14, I believe, that you see hanging around on the walls. You will also put general notes and information in the title blocks, giving things that you don't want to have to specify on the drawing itself. Assembly drawings are the next part of your working drawing set. Assembly drawings show how a multi-component design fits together. They should have a projection, and they should show all necessary internal features. This would be an example of an assembly drawing. Notice that it has a parts list, it has specifications on how it's assembled, it has a section view where it cut it open so you could see the insides of the part, and you can see the whole part there. Assembly drawings can contain auxiliary views, enlarged views, overall specifics and dimensions, notes on the manufacturing process, balloons to indicate the item number, and a parts list or bill of materials, BOM. You always have to have this parts list or bill of materials on any of your portfolio work. There are several different types of assembly drawings. There's a design assembly, general assembly, detail assembly, sub-assembly, and pictorial assembly. Most of these names are sort of self-explanatory. Design assembly is for details about the design. General is sort of a catch-all. Detail is when you go into specifics, like the one that was shown in the example. Subassembly is when you have a really complicated part and you need to show how a subpart is put together. And a pictorial assembly is what you use for basically selling your part. So here's an example of a design assembly. Notice it shows the kinetic relationships, like how it moves and rotates. Design assemblies are often based on preliminary design process and sketches before the product is actually modeled or made in real life. General assembly is basically, it's never dimensioned, and it does multi-views and section views to kind of give you a general overall view of your product. Detail combines an assembly view with several parts as dimension multi-drawings. It's used to help reduce your number of sheets of paper in your drawing set. So this would be a detail assembly. Subassembly is when you look at the subparts of it. Pictorial assembly is where you show renderings, photographic, and basically where you're selling your project. These are the pictures that tend to get used for catalogs or your packaging or that type of information. Your pictorial assemblies also include your exploded view. This is also where we tend to put the BOM, and that would be your bill of materials, onto this part right here. A balloon is the circle with the number. When you are doing your balloons, you need to make sure they're all the same size, they're grouped and easy to read, the numbers correspond to your parts list, and they do not have horizontal or vertical leader lines. So if you notice right here, do you see how all of these lines are at a slight angle? They're not perfectly straight out or perfectly straight up. That would be bad. Also, notice how none of these lines are crossing each other. That also would be bad. And then see here how these 4 screws are obviously for part 8. You do not have to put a balloon on each of those, showing that they are part 8. This is what a part list looks like. One of the big things is Inventor will default with empty columns without information. Every column should have information. If you do not use, like for example, if you're not putting in your materials, then you remove that column from your parts list. This is the information that you tend to find in a parts list. It is always located above the title block in the upper right corner, upper left corner, or in a convenient location. I tend to put mine beside my title block. So you can do revision history parts list right there.